What is up, horror lovers and true crime enthusiasts? Happy Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a day that's synonymous with the words love and affection, but it's also synonymous with the words massacre, as in the Valentine's Day Massacre of 1929, an infamous case that I'm sure you're well aware of, in which 7 members and associates of the Northside Gang of Chicago, Bugs Moran's gang, were gathered in a garage, and they were set upon by 4 men, 2 of which were dressed as cops with shotguns and Tommy guns, who opened fire on them when they ordered them to face the wall with their hands up. This case is well known, and Al Capone, the rival of George Moran, is known to be the prime suspect in this case. Although he's widely believed to be the mastermind of it, he's never actually been convicted. He was in his Florida home at the time of the massacre, but it's also suspected that police of Chicago were part of this massacre, working alongside Capone as revenge killing for the son of a cop who was killed by one of Moran's gang members. As I said, this case is very infamous and well known, but there is another massacre that happened on Valentine's Day 48 years later that you may not know of. This one, in my opinion, is a lot more tragic in that the victims of this case were completely innocent. Whereas in the 1929 massacre, the victims were members of a rival gang. They were murderers themselves. They were fighting back and forth, and it's not that it's any better, but in the 1977 case in Hollinsburg, Indiana, the victims were completely innocent, were people who had done nothing to offend the assailants at all, and the murder was done strictly for the thrill of it. It was a thrill killing, strictly for the fun of murdering someone. So Roger Drollinger, who was the mastermind of the 1977 massacre, was a career criminal, and he was on his way to jail. He was already going to jail on some drug-related charges. He decided before going to jail that he wanted to kill people just for the fun of it, and he got some of his friends to go along with him. They got some shotguns and a revolver, and they went to the home of Betty Ann Spencer, who was home with her sons Gregory Brooks and her 2 stepsons, Reeve and Ralph Spencer. Raymond Spencer, another brother, wasn't home at the time, but returned as the family was being tied up and put on the floor. And he was essentially tied up and put on the floor with them, killing all 4 brothers. Betty Ann survived the massacre, but she went on to become a witness against them, against the assailants, who Roger Drollinger tried to deny his involvement in the massacre. But Betty Ann survived the killing, and she was able to identify Roger and the other assailants. As I said, this account was a lot more tragic, in my opinion, in that the victims were completely innocent. A mother had lost all her sons, almost her entire family on that day, on a day that's supposed to be known for love and affection, but again, is also known for massacre. And it's very striking, the similarities of these cases in which like in 1929, the criminals, they go into the garage and with guns, with shotguns and Tommy guns, and they line up the men against the wall, and they shoot them. In the 1977 one, although they didn't line them against, they laid them on the floor with their bound, with their hands bound, and they shoot them execution style, the same way that happened in 1929, and it was 4 assailants, as just like 1929. So there's some striking similarities. Who knows if they were trying to do a copycat thing, or if it never even entered their head, but they were trying to just, like Roger Drollinger said, he just wanted to have some fun and go on a thrill kill. So again, this is my opinion why I think that massacre was a lot more tragic in that case. In that sense, I mean. So what are your thoughts on this, on the Valentine's Day massacres? Have you ever heard about the Hollinsburg one? Let me know in the comments. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.